I am your host, Frank Nitty, in the building. And y'all already know, man, who I got with me, man. Y'all already know I'm about to bring it up. Your boy Patton, a.k.a. The Streets, a.k.a. The Mailman. For real. And y'all already know we got that, man. Killer Cal in the building. You know what I'm saying, man? Let's get us some applause, man. On here. I know it is outside. And we'd like to welcome all of y'all who are watching us right now. Hopefully y'all are staying warm at the moment. The weather is crazy out there. Shout out to everybody who loves the snow. It is kind of crazy. I had to walk around out there in it myself just to get, like, because I'm going to be honest. I never seen, like, snow, like, when they said it was going to be 3 to 5 inches, and it was actually true. I'm like, damn. Like, it actually ended up being like that. Probably by 6. But yeah, I had to go out there and step my foot in that. That was real nice, man. But other than that, man, y'all know what happened Saturday. If y'all watched, we apologize because I know we did the show Friday, man. And boy, we were so crunk, man. We just knew for a fact that them boys was gonna pull it out, pause, but they didn't. And you know what I'm saying? But
now, man.
Was on the season. Cause the boy and you know, they did as best that they could to me under the certain circumstances that they were under. I think that the biggest thing is the offensive line. They are the culprits for the way that this season turned out. Not only the offensive line, but also Dalton Schultz non-blocking ass. I think those are going to be the big pointers that we point out. If y'all see that, what we named the show is today we going with adversity breeds success, because I'm truly want to believe that, you know, that you got to go through something to get to something. And I just want to look at that first season, because CJ was so good. And you know, what would it have been like if he just would have took off from that moment? You know what I'm saying? And not look back. But we have to say this, though, that adversity does breed success. And maybe this was the year not only for CJ to go through adversity, but the team as a whole to probably even bring them closer. I hope I'm not just sounding like I'm blowing smoke up y'all ass or nothing like that, but I truly believe like this season is going to make the team more closer. And, you know, you got to go through something to get to something, and they went through something. What y'all think?
This is going back to our last show. I hear you, but overall, like on guard mode, sitting high, looking down, can I really say this season was a success? No. Was it cool to win a division, get to the playoffs? Yeah. But at the same time, we know as fans what got to happen. I'm more so worried about does the organization understand what got to happen? You know.
Let me ask you this question though, Patton. Does the offense play better? Is Bobby a better offensive coordinator with a better offensive line?
I can't say that. Like I really can't say that. The reason why I say that is because last year, I'm one of those people that feel like last year's offensive line was better, even though we played musical chairs. Was better last year than it was this year, because this year you had some type of continuity
You missed that boy Dieter?
Who?
Dieter. Didn't we have Dieter last year?
Yeah. I mean, he played better. I mean, he showed more heart. Honestly though, we're gonna change the play caller, right? You know, I'm happy that CJ got to experience adversity at a high clip. So the expectations for me, I told you earlier in the year, going into next year, my expectations are very low. I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it sit there and marinate. You know what I'm saying? Before I go give me a cup.
Okay.
I hope. I still believe.
And I gotta respect that. I gotta respect.
What I'm saying? But
you know what I'm saying,
bruh, you can't do us like that. Like, dude, I spent some good money on season tickets, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm contemplating, like, I got the PSL, I bought my seat and shit. So I'm like, damn, do I re-up again next year? Can I take this heartbreak next year? You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to go back and get a brisket sandwich.
Damn, that's just 6 months wait, right? Like I don't know when would preseason would start, probably like around August, right?
Yeah.
July, end of July, beginning of August, something like that.
Like around my birthday.
Yeah, man. God. I see you sitting up there, Cal, man. What you taking away from this season, man?
Man, our last show, I said that we had an identical record last year, 10-7. 10-7 this year. I say we won one playoff game. I said if we lose this game, in my eyes, it'll be a failure. Well, watching the game, I have to change my stance because I saw a lot of things in this game. We're going to start with the defense. We're going to start with the cornerbacks. We're going to start with that front seven on the pass rushing side. Now, the linebackers in coverage, that's a whole nother thing. Don't want to get to that yet.
Okay.
But I saw a lot of things that if you go and look at that box score, it showed me exactly what we need to do to clean this shit up. And a lot of people are going to say, and I went back and I was watching the game. I was taking notes. I only got to the first quarter and I was like, to the full first quarter. I got a page and a half worth of notes. And I'm going to tell you from what I saw, me playing the offensive line, me coaching football for, people can say what they want to coach Little League football. Little League football is the hardest level to coach, in my opinion, because you're taking somebody who has no idea what football is, and you got to try to make them understand this is what needs to be done. They don't know a 2-point stand from a 3-point stand to a 4-point stand. They don't know none of that stuff. So when you have to teach that and you get success on that level, and I coached offensive line, let me tell you something, man. A lot of stuff that was happening on that line, it was coaching, man. It was a lot of coaching, man. Like these last 2 weeks, I'm gonna tell you, if y'all go back and y'all recorded the game, go and look at Patterson this game. Patterson had a hell of a game, and this is just the first quarter. Now, as it continued to go on, I don't know what happened. Like when I watch the game, I normally watch it as a fan, and then when I watch it the second, third, fourth, fifth time, I'm watching it to see, okay, what do we need to improve on? That line is not as bad as we think. I think it's more of the coaching, and it's some basic things. I can point out one thing right now. Patterson, when he double teams a blocker, he gets so much in tunnel vision, he get locked on with that blocker. As a coach, you're taught to, if you double team, that's why you have two hands. This hand here, you can double jab him, put that left hand out, and then put your head on a swivel. Because if they coming in on a loop and you have a delayed blitz from a linebacker, or you have Chris Jones coming in, I can easily peel off from that block because I jammed him hard enough to peel off and go get him. That's all coaching. And when you do that over and over and over again, you have to be here in mini camp, voluntary mini camp, mandatory mini camp. off season, you get with the guys. I know it's a long season. Take the whole February off. By the time March get here, man, I'm calling up everybody saying, hey, man, can we just go spend 3 or 4 days where we just can go work on conditioning, watch film, bond together, and let's come on, man, let's do this shit. But it's a lot of promising things that I've seen. So I know Patton is like, Patton, you got them season tickets, bro. Like, I'd be excited, man. I couldn't be like less excited because you are fully invested in the team. You putting your money behind it. I'm a person that's on the couch and just been a huge fan of football. But I'm gonna tell you, man, the upside with them, it's only a few things that they need to change. And if they become a very disciplined, organized team and attention to detail, I don't know where we can end up. I know that it'll be on a Sunday.
I want to ask you a question while you on the subject of coaching and what coaching, especially on the offensive line, right? Do you think that there's a thing in the NFL, right, where coaches don't like to step on other coaches' toes or something? Because I don't understand why that was able to go on all year like that. Like if we as fans sitting on the couch can see this, then how is it that D'Amico or you got, I don't know how many offensive linemen you got on the team? 8. So you got about 8 offensive linemen. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's stepping up. Like this is the common sense part that I'm basically asking. Like nobody steps up and say, "Hey, this is not right." Hey, man, it's the coaching. Like we able-bodied athletes, but we being coached wrong, because I'm pretty sure when they go into meetings and they like, yo, why y'all give up 7 sacks, 6 sacks, whatever it is that they gave up, there has to be some what they call accountability. Yeah, and I think that D'Amico is big on that. Pause. I think he's big on the whole accountability part. So I just don't understand why that was able to go on. And why do you think that's been able to go on like all season like that?
I'm gonna give you the cop out. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the cop out response. It's year 2. They're learning. They're trying to build this continuity. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's broke.
You know what I think it is too, though.
Water coming through the roof.
Like the players. It's the players. It's not the coaching.
No.
Right.
No.
What y'all think? I mean, I'm glad we got rid of the offensive line coach because he wanted to retire last year anyway. That's somebody who mind ain't even bro.
Listen,
but I don't think I seen something on Twitter today where somebody was talking about getting Bitonio, which is my favorite guard in the league right now. A few other people, and they was like, this what the line can look like in 2025, right? And I was like, yeah, that looks good, but that's also saying that we know Shaq Mason is not good. We know that Patterson is not up to par. You know what I'm saying? And who else was out there? I can't think his name right now. But y'all do get the common sense.
Fisher.
Yeah. Like, no, Fisher is. I think he's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Especially giving him another off season, he's gonna be elite. I do think his ceiling is elite. But I just think that it's the players, and I think that we probably gonna get another. Obviously, but they saying they're probably gonna promote from within. So it's probably So it's probably gonna be the same scheme. So I think with better players in those positions, Pat, and I think we end up with a better result.
Nah, look, I played O-line, bro. Like, it's both. It's coaching and the lineman. Like, it's one thing, like, Laramie fucked up a lot early in the year. And I was on Laramie ass, pause. But Laramie was, he held himself accountable. Like, everybody else, Titus Howell, they sit there and pout like, y'all just talk so much about us. Y'all like, bro, do better. Like, if I'm a center, you know what I'm saying? or LT, because LT is the best lineman we have. And if I'm the best lineman on the line, it's up to me to, hey, talk to you. Get your shit together, bro. It's up to me as the alpha dog on that line to go talk to the coach. Hey, coach, like, we got to get this shit together. And if I'm really the alpha dog in that locker room, and I know my coach ain't worth a damn, it's my job.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Like,
it's my job to go over. Hey, Miko, we need a whole new coach, man. Like,
we looking fucked up out here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, something got to be done, bro. And like, yeah, if Chris Strauss are gone, and I read today they want to hire from within, bro. You don't do that, because no matter whoever you had on that offensive line, whether it's Strauss or the assistant to the assistant, bro, they all gotta go.
So let me ask you this though, Patton. Being that you played offensive line, you've been coached to play offensive line. So what is it that Strauss was doing all of these weeks, bro? That was he hard? Is he bullheaded? Is he like, look, what I'm saying works, and motherfuckers just steady getting their ass beat?
Hold on, bro. First of all, you missing the thing. He's never coached this scheme before. You know how I told you earlier in the year. The thing with this scheme is very simple. It's all bucket steps. You know what I'm saying? Bucket to the right, bucket to the left. And what's honestly, you're not really blocking nobody, bro. Like, you really just getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get in the way and push you this way. Get in the way, push you that way. And when it comes to pass protection, like Cal was saying earlier, it's easier said than done. But you got to be able to, that first jab got to be your hardest jab when it comes to double team. If I'm as a center, Howard, double team with Howard, my jab got to be very, very hard to where I push so hard that it pushes me back to where now I'm in position to hit on the swivel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like, that's how it should go with Patterson. When he pass block, it's like he's leaning into it to where he's off balance, to where he don't have a chance to look, and then by the time he look, it's too late. So those things can be coached, bro. That can be coached. That's a coaching area, bro.
Right.
So
y'all think we keep Patterson? We need to keep Patterson.
Yeah. He's not a bad center, bro. He's very serviceable. Is he elite? No. But with the right coaching, to turn a role player into a superstar, bro, it's very possible. I'm not saying he's a superstar. I'm not saying he's elite. I'm not saying he's all pro. I'm saying he is serviceable for what you're trying to do. Until you find that guy that's gonna lock down the middle for the next 10 years, bro, as long as CJ gonna be here.
I guess I'll be holding on to this cigar for another year. I'm gonna keep it too. I'm not gonna light it up. I was supposed to light it up.
I still got mine, bro.
It's a rare Corona. I was supposed to light this up for the Super Bowl, but you know what I'm saying? I'll be having this here sitting right here on the desk, and that's where it'll be, man. But I just get a little frustrated sometimes when I go to thinking about, you know, the whole coaching and the player thing, because there's a lot of moving parts in a football team. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of science in that stuff. And one thing about somebody who is high on common sense, that, you know, that when you look at things and be like they can be easily fixed, then you have to think of the obvious, right? And the obvious is this. I think because I heard D'Amico say this, that, you know, a good coach trusts his staff, and he let them do what they do. You know what I'm saying? You don't go over there and say, hey, this now. Me on the other end, I would as a head coach. I'm going in every meeting, I'm in everywhere, and I'm trying to see what you got going on, especially if it's your part of the team that's messing things up. Now that leads me to this. It's like, as soon as I thought about this, I thought about CJ, right? Would y'all say that CJ, like, he put a lot of blame, not him himself, but he made the offensive line look bad by how he was playing? Would y'all say that?
Half them sacks was on him.
And see, and a lot of people don't look at that like that, and I that's why I brought it up. CJ was he was doing his best impression, and thank God we had Deshaun Watson, because we were able to see what it looks like when a quarterback holds on to the ball too goddamn long. And so we know what that clock is in our head. And I promise CJ was doing his best Deshaun Watson impression, by just holding and patting that ball. Like it's like I don't understand why he would do that. I know why he would, but even with him, why didn't it never get to a point where he wasn't working low high instead of working high low?
That has to be communicated to him from Schloik, Gerard Johnson, and even hell, CJ, a smart player. He has to be able to recognize a lot of that stuff himself too. But a lot of things that CJ does is, and this probably going to take an off season, but he has this thing of he thinks that the pressure is there, and he bail out and roll to the right. And as a lineman, I'm gonna tell you, man, I can't. All I know is I play left tackle. All I know is I'm supposed to step back 1-2, 1-2.
Was you good?
I'm thinking I'm setting a pocket.
Were you good,
If
Cam?
you man, for my size and my height, yeah, I started on varsity.
Oh,
So
okay.
I mean, yeah, I started on varsity, man. I got a lot of stories to tell about that, man. But but if I'm setting a pocket and I'm thinking that you are a yard and a half to my right, and you start to roll out of the pocket, and all of a sudden that defensive end just shoot real hard to my for the left, I don't know that you rolling out. All I know is I'm positioning myself right here to make the block. See, Patton said something earlier, and a lot of people they can't pick this up because you didn't play the position. A lot of times, man, when you play an offensive line, let me tell you something. Me at the time, my playing weight, I'm 5'10", I played at 245. I bench press 303, I incline 275, I squat 550, my leg press was 750.
Okay.
My wingspan, I'm 5'10", my wingspan is 6'9". So I have long arms. So I can get you off the jab. And Patton was saying, get him off the jab, and then I can reset because I'm not playing over my pad level. You got to come to me because I know the quarterback, if I'm playing on the left side, the quarterback is right here. Whatever move that you do, the spin move, the rip move, or whatever, if I move my feet, never cross my feet, I'm right there. Patton just said, if you engage with that blocker and you can kind of make that jab, that jab, man, you cannot drive every single body off of their mark. But if you engage with them and don't lose sight of that person, now it's up to the running back to find the hole to run through. A lot of that shit is coaching, man. Mixon got so frustrated. Probably we saw it on the field, openly frustrated because he was running inside where when Kenyon Green was there and all of that, it wasn't nothing there for him to run to. So now Mixon had that. As soon as he get it, bam, he popping. Sometimes that hole is there because the lineman is engaged. Bro, you got to move the crowd, get through there, and pick up 3, 4, 5 yards and keep the chains moving. So line play is about engaging with the guy that's in front of you, not letting him cross your face to get to the quarterback. If it's a run play and he shoots down, if that's where you want to go, coach say drive him where you want to go. Keep on pushing. He said, man, if you on the left tackle and you got a defensive end that's shooting through your inside, he said, man, try to push his ass all the way to the right tackle. Knock everybody down on the line of scrimmage. So that's what you got to do, man. A lot of this stuff is just basic coaching, man.
Yeah. And so if the coaching, so basically, do y'all believe in, so is we right both ways is what I'm trying to say. Like we need new players and we need new coaching.
D'Amico said, let me take this right quick. Man, those coaches sit in that meeting room so many times. D'Amico is going to sit in with the team aspect of it. Then he's going to have offense and defensive coordinator. All the coaches going to get together. And then he'll do an offensive side. He'll do a defensive side. He'll just do just the coordinators. They looking at the same thing. And he's going to ask the question, wait a minute, why CJ don't have time to run the ball? Why is the hole is not here? Somebody got to answer for that. And Bobby Slowick is probably sitting over there saying, "Hey, D'Amico, look at this. See, I told you it was there, but hey, CJ missed that throw. Hey, Mixon bounced it out. Hey, Tunsil, he missed that block on that screenplay." Bobby's saying he got his notes already ready.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna fall on that line, that offensive line coach. He's out of there.
I think
So
I think that's our Achilles heel for this year. It was the offensive line. It affected so much on the field.
And let me tell you something. If Bobby got to go, man, trust me. This is not an endorsement for Bobby Slowick. Let me make that clear, abundantly clear. It's not an endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, man, I really want to make a change because I didn't see enough in-game chess moves from Bobby during the game. It almost seemed like if something is working for us, Bobby said, "Ah, shit, that's good enough. Let's go try something else."
Hey, Brandon Brandon retarded,
Brandon
bro.
crazy,
He
bro.
all that push. He said, "Can Boyd play right guard?" Hey,
that was a good job, man.
Hey, Boyd is retarded, bro. I'm talking about Boyd has been retarded all year. Let's say that. Let's say all year I've been like he make me nervous, bro. I'm talking about when bro on the field, bro he one of them players, bro. Like I've seen probably about 10 or 11 players like this in my football watching career. And they always, it's like it does not make sense how they think. You know what I'm saying? Now, what he tried to say in the locker room, and it kind of made sense. He was like, well, look, they, you know what I'm saying? They kicked the ball. I mean, some kind of way he caused the fumble. And I guess he wanted them to challenge that shit. Is that what it was? He was so mad and he went over there like, yo, challenge it. Because I didn't get to see that play. Me and Patton was just walking in.
He thought he made a play. And the penalty was you took your helmet off on the field. That was the issue.
But why did he take his helmet off?
And the words of D'Amico, he was lit.
Oh, so he was
what did D'Amico say?
He was overly excited.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Dude, going back to the preseason, bro, when we was at the game, Chris Boyd sucked at cornerback, but he was overachieving at gunner.
Yeah. He's a very good gunner, bro.
Is he really?
I mean, I've seen him do it a few times in the preseason, which made now ask me, did he do that in the season? No, I didn't see that. But in the preseason, he was looking nice. Remember, we went to a couple of games.
That's what I'm saying. The game he went to, like in the preseason.
Bro, yeah, I'm like, bro, looked good. Like,
if we both go to the same job every day, right? We gotta be there at 9, mm-hmm. and you there every day at 8:55, 8:50. You the first person at the door. But you ain't work for damn. I come through the door at 9:30, and I done did your job, my job, and their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, what difference do I make? Just because you the first person there don't mean you the best person there.
Hey, that's for real. That's for real. So,
but that's Chris Boyd though. He's the first person down there.
Y'all think he keeps to us? No. Yeah. Y'all think he stays on the team?
About that. About that. If he does, this is a testament to D'Amico. And when I say a testament to D'Amico, I mean one of the D'Amico's biggest problems I've seen thus far is that he holds on to people sometimes a tad bit too long, coaching included. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with, hey, correct the problem. A
lot of coaches are kind of like that though.
But with him, like, and I don't want to be hard on D'Amico because this is only year 2. Now, if this is like Mike Tomlin and we in like year 15, then I'd be pulling my hair out my head.
That's a good name that you just brought up because I think that kind of adds to your point. Like, if you look at Mike Tomlin as a coach, right, and you look at D'Amico as a coach, right, both good coaches, but D'Amico is just a little. You would want D'Amico to be a little bit more like Mike Tomlin, like. I need results. I'm results based, and this ain't about I know your family still gotta eat, and I'm not just trying to throw you out now. Hey, look, results ain't happening on the field, bro. And see, I would tell people that on the first day you come in, I tell you this. I say, look, man, I'm glad to have you on the staff, but not to put no kind of monkey wrench in what we doing, but I just have to tell you that if we are not, I'm hiring you because of my belief that you will be successful. And if we not successful, then you got to go. Like it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? And I let people know that from the gate. We can go out to eat every night. Our wives can kick it, but and the kids can kick it too. They can spend the night. They can do all of that. But I'm telling you, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go.
Yeah, I think that we can use an example of like, okay, you asked the question, do I think he'll be back? I think that's going to be well,
Frank.
The final decision is D'Amico, but Frank. But let's just think about, we had a cornerback here at one time that was excelling pretty well, and for the fact that he didn't want to play special teams, Frank was like, "Hey man, he got to go." That was Shaq Griffin.
Yeah.
No, that's why they really got rid of Shaq.
Shaq didn't want to play special teams.
Bro, I did not know that. That's news to me, bro. I always wanted to know why they got rid of Shaq while he was playing good. I'm like, Shaq actually playing good.
He didn't want to play. He didn't want to play special teams. So we've seen that if Frank Ross say, "Hey man, I need this guy," and he's not willing to fill in for what we need, we've seen D'Amico pull a trigger. And Shaq was having a pretty decent. He was experienced. I mean, on the field, like I haven't seen Boyd on the field much. I can't even recall him even being on the field.
You've never seen him on the field except preseason.
Right. So that's gonna be a Frank Ross decision. Like he's gonna go to D'Amico and say, "Hey man, look, I think we can work with this guy," or it's gonna be like D'Amico gonna go to Frank and say, "Hey man, he got to go."
Hold up, his cash style fool man said, "Hold up, that might be Boyd."
Hey.
Boy said, "Hold up, man." No, but I say, man, the offensive line was an Achilles heel. We also know about, what happened with the wide receivers this year. Disappointing to say the least. I mean, what happened with Nico, what ultimately happened with Diggs, which was my worst fear. Like, I never said this on the show. And the reason I never said this on the show, because I thought about it all the time, but I never said it because I didn't want it to materialize. And I was always thinking like, man, that fucking, that wide receiver that always comes from, he played with this team, come over here to this team, and then right around the time he signs that contract with his third team, man, he go out there and he tears ACL, bro. Like I kind of was like I didn't want it to happen, but I promise you I had a hunch, bro. Pause. That shit was gonna happen with Diggs, because it's just like that. He's a route runner. He puts a lot of wear and tear on his knees, and it's like, man, you know what he should have did? A lot of his routes that because let's look at it like this: you only got a certain amount of routes on your legs. I don't care. There's a number. You might not know what that number is, but there's a certain number. And I think that he shouldn't have practiced as hard as he did. Because remember, during the offseason, he was out there on the field going buck wild, bro. Bro should have chilled out, bro. I think some of those routes that you ran in practice, you really should have waited and ran them in some games, because that knee had a certain amount of routes left on it anyway before it was going to break down. Now, speaking of Diggs, and we know what happened with Tank. We know Tank ain't going nowhere at the moment. But I'm asking this question because Diggs is, a free agent. Do y'all think we should bring him back?
You want to go first, Cam?
Man, I'm kind of mixed on this, because
I am too.
What the price is going to be? Older wide receivers, like
somebody said, like 16 million, 15, between 16 and 14 million. That's too much. When I saw that, I said, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, it's well, and then you got to think about what will be the open market for him out there. Like that's one of the things he's going to do. He's going to test the market, and if somebody's willing to, a younger quarterback to bring in a route running veteran to their room, and he instantly becomes number one, pseudo number two, or whatever, then if the money is right, yeah, he'd probably take it. But I think he liked the culture down here in Houston. So how I feel about him coming back, I just like if we move on from him, cool, because we don't have that much cap room anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that wide receiver room has to be revamped. Like the only person in there that's guaranteed a contract is Nico Collins. When I say guaranteed, like I want him to come back. And if we moved on from everybody else, I'm cool with that.
No, we're not never moving on from Nico. I think Nico is the
No, 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 no. That's not what I said. I
oh
said Nico is the only guaranteed variable on that wide receiver core. Everybody
as of right
else,
now. Okay, I get what you're
right
saying.
now,
Mm-hmm.
everybody else
Yeah,
that's
nobody
there
proved
right
themselves.
now.
Mitchie, I'm out
Right.
on this. Fuck that. Like Mitchie, I love you, bro. Love your game, but I'm out on the hey, Mitchie gonna break out this year. I'll be a fool to say that next year. The same with Hutch. Y'all had 2 off seasons to work on your body, your route running. You could have, you know, people can tell when receivers, or not just receivers, but NFL players, period, take that shit serious. You know what I'm saying? It looked like them niggas was going off, having vacation, chilling, and then was like, okay, it's getting close to the season, y'all. Let's get back in the gym and start working out. Not somebody like Will Anderson. Like I truly believe Will Anderson is somewhere working out right now. He already thinking about next year. Like he like, yo, I got to get my body bigger and better. We probably gonna see a bigger Will Anderson naturally. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see. I didn't see it in Hutchinson. I didn't see the growth that I wanted to see. I didn't see the growth that I wanted to see in Mitch, and I just don't think that it's gonna happen. So I'm with you, Cal. I think that we are wide open. Pause. As far as who we can get is wide receiver. Like, and what I mean by wide open is meaning like, you know, we can probably get another. We gonna get another number 2. We can be looking at a new number 3, a new number 4. Like we can be looking at some new stuff ready to go down. Just
I
like
mean,
what Larry
look at
was the
yeah,
trade.
Larry.
Yeah, he was saying the trade. And I was thinking about that too. Do y'all think that, you know, because I seen people, you know, saying we should trade for some people say we should just outright sign the guy from Cincinnati. I can't think his name right. Oh, T. Higgins. And some people say we should trade for Garrett. Do y'all really like Garrett? I like Garrett, but I don't know if I haven't paid enough attention to his game to say, is he better than Chris Olave?
Yeah.
He's made more plays than Chris. Like, is he actually a better player than Chris though? Like, what? Like, if Chris was over here with us, or Garrett was here with us, you say Garrett would make more plays. You know, you see what type of player Garrett is, right? He kind of like a
Olave. So Olave, for what he does in New Orleans, is kind of similar to what Michael Thomas did in New Orleans. Not saying he run slants, that's all he can run, but he gets forced the ball a lot, and he's consistent. With Garrett, he's a guy you can throw the ball up to. He can make a play. You know what I'm saying? The real difference between those two, you've seen it with Garrett this year, with the discombobulation between him and Aaron Rodgers. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. That's something to pay attention to. Olave, whether he's getting open or not, he's consistent, running the routes, not giving up on the route. So those are the small things that the average fan is not going to pay attention to. If we're going to bring back Diggs, bro, I would like to bring him back.
Gotta be cheap.
If the price tag is too much, well, first of all, fuck the price tags. Sorry for cussing. We ain't got no money right now. We probably got like what, maybe 9-10 mil in the cap room right now. Maybe less than that because they just signed 11 players to reserve contracts for the future. So mostly practice squad guys. I know Jaws, Bird, Pete, a few other guys, man. But you gotta. Let me go back some more. This is how it has to happen. O-line coach is gone. You don't know if you're going to bring Bobby. We don't know if Bobby coming back next year, right? If Bobby does come back, or if he doesn't, if we get a whole new OC, that means the scheme is going to change, which means he needs to bring in his guys, his players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't matter who the OC is. It could be anybody, right? Let's say Chip. Let me use Chip Kelly for example. Just throwing a name out there. Chip Kelly is one of those guys. His high octane offense wants to pass the ball, run the ball from the shotgun most of the time, 90% of the time. You got to get offensive linemen that can block, that can be in a 2-point stance 90% of the time and be productive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pierce is not a running back that can operate out of that scheme. You have to get find another running back. You got to find another running back, period, anyway, because you only got Joe for 2 more years. Money wise, you got
to. Pierce not a free agent though, right?
This is Pierce. Next year's Pierce. Last year.
Y'all think we trade him or we keep him?
I mean,
I don't think we release him. Why would you release him? Because he's gonna be successful on another team.
You don't release Pierce. You get what you can for Pierce if the opportunity presents itself.
Mm-hmm.
Between Mechie and Hutch, I feel like Hutch had the better season than Mechie. Mechie had the most hype going into the season. We was all beating the table, pounding the table for Mechie to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like break out, do something. And time after time, I always say, every game Hutch gonna make one play, and it's gonna be a big play every game. I comes for what is it, Diggs? Yeah, I like that. That's kind of what I was just saying. Comparing them to receivers, yeah, that's pretty good, Dr. Payton. But Hutch had every game, bro. Hutch made a big play every game. Every game, Mitchie is dropping the ball. He's fucking up plays every game. So
for real, I'm
been out on Mitch, bro. Like at this point,
you been saying that, and I was the one that kept trying to say, like, bro, out of there.
Some things I can just see, bro. Some things are just that goddamn simple to where it's like, all right,
you should say bro to carry the ball out the backfield.
Oh Lord, AD talking about Hutch can get out of here, man. Look here. No, Shaq Mason can get the fuck out of here.
Shaq, listen. That's where we gonna free up money. You didn't see that where they say if they get rid of Shaq and somebody else, it's gonna free up.
Shaq and Dawson Schultz, bro. Like
Shaq arms done got too short. His arms done got beat short. I guarantee you when that nigga first came in the league, his arms probably wasn't that short. But as much as he been blocking for Tom Brady, I think bro arms is shorter than what they was.
Listen, bro.
It's not nowhere near what he was.
It's easy to block for Brady when the ball is getting out of 1.5 seconds, bro. You really ain't got to block that long.
Why they don't do that same thing with my boy?
The CJ problem, bro. CJ want to look around, look here, look there. Like that's a CJ problem. But hey, coaching that can also be fixed. Like whoever this next OC is gonna be, they have to incorporate dink and dunk, bro. Just for CJ. You incorporate the dink and dunk, take what the defense gives you. I guarantee you, bro, we will get an elite version of CJ, better than his rookie season, if he's operating on that type of clip.
I'm free of Peyton. I ain't lying, man. That boy arms got short, too short.
Listen, bro, you cut Schultz that saved $10 million, and I don't know how much that'll be if you cut Shaq, but I also do know that
it's gonna free up 20-something million when they get rid of all.
That's great. Now you can kick money up the road, which is I'm pretty sure that's what Nick is gonna do.
With what's the name? With because I do believe that what's the name gonna get his contract, but I believe it's gonna be like what happened with Nico. It's gonna be like where,
bro, that Mitch contract. Oh man, I'm interested to see. Like, I'm really interested to see, bro.
Who, Mitchie?
Yeah, no, him.
Oh,
boy, if they resign Mitchie, I'm protesting. Like.
No. What contract you saying? That's what I thought you said.
Sting,
like what contract?
Sting contract. Sting
gonna be the highest paid. Like he gonna reset the market. Like,
but he gonna get that big contract. But it's gonna kind of be kicked up like how they did Nico. I heard like when Nico signed that contract, he really gonna get paid next year. It didn't really start this year. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think that's probably what's gonna happen with Steen. They probably gonna add on his last couple of years that he do have on this contract and extend him. So it's gonna be like an extension.
No, I think like okay, when they sign him in the offseason, like next year is gonna be his 5th year.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be his 5th year. So next year is not gonna count against the books. Mm-hmm. It'll count against the books in 2026. Mm-hmm. So
7.
So what y'all think
20,
his contract gonna
27?
look like? About 100?
Oh, it's gonna be 125, man. Yeah, about 120.
125. That's how many people we got in here right now.
AD says
Appreciate
Stingley
it.
got 2 more years. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, so they're gonna extend them.
appreciate
I'm
the
telling you,
120.
they're gonna extend them. But God, it's gonna be crazy, bro. So y'all saying 125? That ain't bad. He deserve it. And I love the fact that when they asked him, do he want to be in Houston? You know how sometimes you always hear people say, shoot, I do, but you know, that's not really up to me. When they attach that on to that, it's like, oh, you all about business. Bro say you want to be here forever, man. And I respect that. I respect that. And bro, that's man, just to have one of the best cornerbacks in the league, bro, saying that, like, when have we ever had like the best cornerback in the league? Never, right? Joseph was
who's the
even
best
in his
cornerback?
prime, he was in the top 10, put it like that. Even Joseph in his prime was top 10, but he wasn't the best in the league.
Aaron
Yeah,
Glenn.
I don't think Aaron
Aaron
Glenn
Glenn
and
too, he
Joseph.
was one of the best. He wasn't the best.
But I don't think they never got all pro votes. See, when you all pro, like you totally separated yourself from everybody else. So I think, Stingley is 4 and above. Yeah, I think what Larry said, I think 125 is gonna be for Sting, but that guaranteed money is gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be
Oh yeah, I think
65, 75 million
even more.
signing
It might
bonus.
be 80.
No, I'm talking about the signing bonus, the upfront money that he gonna get.
Oh yeah, because his manager, his agent is wild, bro. I can't. What's his name? David Mulligetta.
Mulligetta. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he Mulligetta ain't playing no games. So I knew that.
Mulligetta got to have a great relationship with Nick Caserio.
Oh, you do?
They worked out. Yeah, they worked out some things. So I mean, Stingley gonna get Mulligetta is gonna make sure that Sting reset the market, whatever it's gonna be at. He's gonna reset that market.
Who's the highest paid in what's the name, right? Over there in Denver.
Surtain?
Yeah, Denver. He in Denver, right? Yeah, Surtain is
I don't know what he's
Surtain is highest paid.
He ain't got paid yet. AJ Terrell. Yeah.
AJ, no. What's the name? Did he get paid this year? Patrick Surtain. If it wasn't this year, it was last year, and this made him like the highest paid corner. Some people was debating, talking about they don't even think he should. Well, I think he that good, but
I'm telling you, it was. I'm gonna check it now, but I want to say it was AJ Terrell in Atlanta.
So it's gonna be a great contract to restructure.
Pretty much.
Yep, Peyton say PS2. See, that's what I think. I think it's him. I think he the highest paid right now.
Pat Surtain, from I'm looking at, signed a 4-year, $96 million.
I'm telling y'all,
77 guaranteed.
Ooh, so when I say that Sting gonna be 80, 85 guaranteed, I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah. So I think that 125 may be a little excessive. If Surtain got 96, you think he's gonna give him 100?
It's
probably gonna be like 102.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be like, and they guaranteed. Surtain got 77. Surtain, he got 77.5. Sting probably gonna get like 83.5. Yeah, something like that. 85. It's gonna be to reset that market.
All right. So look, actually, the highest paid cornerback right now is Jalen Ramsey by 0.1 million, but Jalen got 372.1, and per year is 24.1. Surtain got the 4 for 96, 24 up front. Javier, 4 for 84, 21. AJ Terrell in Atlanta, 4 for 81, 20.25. Here we go. Denzel Ward for Cleveland. He got 5 for 100.5 and 20.1. Those are the top 5 guys that's guaranteed highest paid players in the league.
Man, they for the bus out. They for the bus out here to the white meat show, man. Hey, you think the Jets unhappy they wait another year to pay Sauce, or they pay at the same time as Sting? They're gonna have to, and that's the messed up thing about it. Whether they like it or not, they got to do that. I don't know why that happens. You ever seen when a quarterback gets paid and all of a sudden it's like this sweep through the league to where restructure everybody because it's they reset the market, and these players can easily go back and say, hold on now. It's like the dollar. It's like the fluctuation of the dollar. Okay, say McDuffie getting paid too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. McDuffie is good, bro, and I don't see why. Well, they couldn't pay both of them, but man, if Snead would have been over there with them this year too, with McDuffie, they would have had some shutdown corner shit going on too. Say, glad my Buckeyes won and the Ravens lost. Just rooting for the best the rest of the way.
Y'all clear out. Y'all clear out. Hold on. The Buckeyes. Let me tell you something. Y'all season, y'all won a championship. All right, cool, great. It don't mean shit though. Let's go. I ought to go take this goddamn hoodie off and go put my Michigan shirt on because we tapped y'all ass this year as we normally do every year. Until y'all have a season where it's y'all undefeated and come to the big house and beat us and plant that flag with something y'all never gonna do, and then go win a natty, then you come talk to me. Until then, man, fuck you.
Hey, I already knew he was gonna go off once he read that, bro. I already know it. He's a Michigan man. But they Brandon, yeah. McDuffie traded, man. I hope we don't need him. But I will say this though, Nick is doing a very good job since we brought Nick up earlier. He's doing a good job so far with the team. He's been a GM that we thought he was gonna be. I think this offseason is gonna be real crucial for him. I think he struck gold. You know how he does that little remix that he do with the defensive line and all of that shit. I think that this year, though, you got to kind of bring back some of those guys. You get what I'm saying? And I think those guys want to come back too. Like, you got to bring back some of those guys, bro. I just believe.
Let me ask you this, Pat. Looking at that defensive line, what is the priority of bringing? Okay, so who's not under contract, and who will be the priority to sign that person?
Foley and Mario.
Foley and Mario.
Most definitely. Because Archer is signed, right?
What about Barnett, though?
Archer is signed.
Yeah.
Barnett. No, well, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. The whole D-line. I was just talking about the D tackles, but yeah, Barnett,
whole D-line.
Foley, Mario, and I believe he was going to retire. He should retire. He should retire. Like, he didn't really add much value to the team this year
at all.
But those three guys, I don't know if Foley want to be here though. But Brandon is going crazy.
You don't think Foley want to be here?
I don't know. No, AD Settle still here, bro. Settle had a 2-year deal.
Yeah, Settle gonna be here, but
yeah, Settle got 1 more year. Bro, look at Brandon comment, bro. Brandon is crazy.
Bro, I think Fadakowski definitely want to come back, bro.
Bro.
Ooh, I almost threw up in my mouth.
Hey, now listen.
Eric Murray had a good game. I got to shout about it. He had a good game.
He did the same, man. My boy
Eric Murray had a decent season.
That's a applause for
he had a decent season, bro.
I like Murray, and I think they should bring him back for depth reasons, most definitely. Bring Eric. I don't think he's a free agent though, right?
Yeah, he is. Contract.
But you know what? The thing about it is, see, players like Foley and Murray, those are like advanced veterans. So their pay scale is slotted a little bit higher.
17.
So you have to look at is they're going to look at players to replace them through the draft, because like we're scarce on money. So that type of money, like
capital.
The draft for the
and draft capital. You only got 5 picks.
Yeah. So I know that first round pick to me is I think Nick gonna move back regardless of who on the board.
For real? At 25?
If we only got 5 picks, yeah, I think he's definitely gonna. Nick,
but if somebody there that he can't pass up on, like say Genty, which I know he won't be there, but say Genty there, you think he still moves out?
I don't know, but I'm not passing on him. I would make my fan base pissed off, and I would draft him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be pissed off if he drafted Genty, because we know that Joe is, we got about 2 more years with Joe where we signed him for 3 years, right? Yeah, so we got 2 more years of Joe, and we need to be passing the torch. So shit, I draft Gentry in a heartbeat. Like that, we're gonna have to go for a running back either way, in the draft or undrafted free agent. You know what I'm saying? We gonna sign some running backs. I definitely believe that.
This is the deepest running back draft I've ever seen since I've been building draft boards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to spend your first round pick, your second round pick, or your third round pick on a running back, bro. Like, this is one of those drafts where you can just blindfold, put your hand in the bucket, and grab something to be good. It's just that good. Now, if we don't trade out the first, and my theory on him trade when we picking that far back, my personal theory with Nick is he trades out of that to avoid having to pay that 5th-year option. That's just my personal opinion on that. But let's just say for conversation's sakes, he stays there. What does his team need immediately, right? We all gonna say the fan base, I feel like we might all agree on too, is offensive line depth. Free agency is before the draft. Depending on how we attack free agency, will let me know, will dictate how the draft is going to go. If you can address some of the depth issues for the offensive line in free agency, right? And I know that first pick is going to be on the defensive side. There's no receiver that, in my personal opinion, that's going to be worth taking at 25. Matthew Golden. I don't know, AD. I'm not sure, man, about a receiver at 25. I feel like if you don't bring back, we already bringing back Ward, but we know Ward is going to be a teacher to the next up-and-coming player. The guy I like the most, I feel like they will put this defense on over the top, is Stark from
Man, AD, what you don't like about Gentry, man? That boy is a generational talent. I'm trying to tell you, like, because man, some of the best teams that we done seen this year, especially like Detroit, as far as running, like the strong running teams, have had like 2 dynamic backs.
If you want to go with
2 dynamic backs, man.
If you want to go with a dynamic running back, bro, Gentry is not the best running back to me in this draft. That's going to fit our team, right?
The running back with Ohio State.
I hate to say it, but Junkins, he was number 1.
And like, who you play for?
For what we do, you know what I'm saying? Now, Gentry, if wherever he goes, he's going to.
Is that the running back for Ohio?
Yeah, number 1. I think it's Jenkins, his last name, but he's number 1. Yeah, AD put his name in the comments. But for what we do, he'd be the best guy for what we do. But if we don't get a running back this year, the running back I want the most, he's not going to be out until next year. Bryce Love from Notre Dame. That boy, he runs just like, if you watch Joe Mixon, bro, you watch Bryce Love from Notre Dame, it's the same damn player, bro. The same damn player. The only difference is Love is faster than Mixon. That's it. That's the only.
You already made a list. You already made a list of the running backs that you like that you've already scouted so far.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to send them to me because I want to be able to look at it. But also, let me double back because it's flashed on the screen. Let me shout out to
come on, Perry Payton.
Texas Underground said first time listening to you guys. Y'all killing it, brothers. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah. Larry Payton always, AD always. So we appreciate everybody that's in the comment section and contributing, man. Texans
Bull ring, man. Hey, that's what's up, man.
On 3.
I think
3.
1, 2, 3.
and I think, hold up, what did he say? He say Larry P on to something. Oh yeah, with the what do you say?
Ollie Gordon is not gonna be a good running back, bro. Ollie Gordon gonna probably have 1 good 2 seasons and he's gonna get hurt. I can just see it, bro.
The way he play or something?
Nah, his production level in college was like overkill. They used him too much. He's not gonna have too much meat on the tire. And look, and then I'm being biased because look the name he got next to. That's Elvis, my boy Elvis from Michigan. Y'all know I'm gonna be biased by players, bro. Like this. Come on now.
So
I can't
look,
Hey, can we?
according to what this come in here, right? By AD, I want to talk about this. When he say, so this has to be an offensive draft. No, I don't think that it needs to, but I'm not gonna lie. It does. We need to hit. Boy, I'm talking about like, and you know, Nick got a good percentage, good ratio of hitting on these draft picks. Like if he draft 6 players, 4 of them actually turn out. So if what we need is offensive line, like, man, I don't know, like Patton said, it depends on how we address that in the offseason. If we do something in free agency or whatever, but then when we go into the draft, we'll know exactly what we need to do. But I'm thinking right now, we have to fix this offensive line. It's everybody seen it. We will be looked at as an incompetent football team if we don't fix that, because the world seen that. Did y'all hear that the Texans game was the
most viewed
on ESPN ever? Yeah. I was like, so yeah, everybody's seen the Chiefs cheat. And I promise when I went through the comments, that's what everybody was saying too. So, I guess the whole world got to see that, you know, the refs cheated for them like they did. And I do want to speak on that, because I know that if y'all been watching a lot of Texans content, a lot of people actually brought that up on their shows. So I do want to touch on that, pause. But I don't want to blame the refs, but there are some obvious plays and bullshit calls that happened that gave the Chiefs, that extended their drives. And if these wouldn't have been called, which when we look back in hindsight, but I mean, all our life, haven't we been seeing it that, you know, these plays happen, and then after the game, you know, they may even say, hey, that was kind of messed up, or the league sends a letter of apology and this, that, and the other. It happens all the time. Yeah, it happens all the time. So I'm not blaming, I don't want to blame the refs, but I do want to say that the refs calls for the Chiefs to extend drives when they made mistakes. Like, that's all I would want them to do, is admit that, okay, when we saw when we saw Will Anderson come in, that it looked like we saw Pat Head go back, because he flops like a motherfucker too. So it looked like to us that we needed to throw the flag. Now, during the game on the field, everything going 100 miles per hour, I can understand that. But at least admit when you look back on it and you say, because I heard somewhere that the NFL has doubled down, like they looked at the game and say that every call that the refs made was the right call. And I'm like, what were they looking at?
What else they gonna say? What else they gonna say? Our referees.
It's a playoff game.
They're not gonna say anything different, man. But let me say this, man. My thing is,
what's up, Stressing?
If what's up, Stressing? If I can go on real time in Twitter, and I'm seeing people like Richard Sherman, Troy Aikman on the broadcast, it's like, man, that's an atrocious call, man. Like, you can't call that. Like, when you hearing that stuff, I want our fans to stop believing, and this is not towards you, Nitty. I want our fans not to feel a certain type of way if I say the referees played a big part of us losing the game, because I'm gonna say that, and I've never said that before.
No, but some of those calls were they were wrong. So you're right. You are absolutely right. They fucked the game up. But it's one of those things that I've seen in other games before. That's what I was saying. Like, you see, like, plays get, now when it's and it's the messed up thing, when it's in your favor, shit, you be like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it just happened to be against us this time. But hell yeah, the refs had a lot that's why I say the world got to see that. In hindsight, when you go back and look at these calls that were being called, and the ones that wasn't, I'm gonna tell you the one that I look back on Twitter and I wanted to punch a hole in the wall when I saw this, bro. I'm not even lying. When I saw that, because I didn't see that that hip drop tackle on Schultz during the game. I think I must have been drinking my beer or something. I didn't see it. But when I saw it in hindsight, I was pissed off, bro. I'm like, how? And not only did they do that, Schultz was aware of it and was on the
He
ground.
was calling for it. Yeah, he was like, damn, where's the flag?
And they still didn't throw it, bro. And I'm like, oh yeah. That was
so here's the thing, Nitty. It's not the calls that was also made, but it was the calls that wasn't called. Man, did you see how many times that they tackles was lined up in the backfield? Go back and watch the game and see how many times Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson was being held. Yep, like they totally just said, look, we don't care. We're not calling the damn flag. We're not calling nothing. Y'all gonna have to go out there, and then we beat them on offense, we beat them on defense, and you extend plays, and then right after you extend the plays, they have a big play afterwards. So I mean, just immediately afterwards. So
let me ask you this. Do you really think that the conspiracy theory is that, you know, with Taylor Swift being there and all of that stuff, and the fact that the NFL is all about money and all of this stuff, do you really think that, you know, they cheated us so, you know, the Chiefs can continue to go on and to the, you know, and probably win the Super Bowl just because of Caitlin, what's her name? Caitlin Clark, and
she was there.
Yeah, she was there too. Like, do you really believe it's some kind of conspiracy theory going on right there? Are we going too deep, and that'll mess our head up as far as football? We need to just keep it football because I actually think, for real, I'm telling y'all, I think so. I think that it's something up with the NFL, and I don't think it's with the players. I don't think the players are in on none of this stuff. The players go out there to play for real. They just know that the refs out there and they're black and white, they can totally change the game. Like, we've seen it. It was taking it takes the momentum out of your team when you get a flag that you know that you wasn't supposed to get. It makes that defensive player that probably would have been more focused on the play that was in front of him that was going to happen. The next play I'm talking about, he probably still in the back of his mind, like, can't believe, like, Toa probably was like, I can't believe that me and what's the name just hit each other and they called that flag. Like, you know, that shit has a residual effect on a player, and I just believe that, bro, the defense just got frustrated out there, bro. And when you get frustrated, it's like, damn, I'm doing all my best rush moves and I'm getting held, and y'all ain't even calling the shit. So fuck it.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it real simple. The refs called a bad game quarters 1 through 3. The fourth quarter, that was our fault. That was the team fault. I hate to be the guy that, man, the refs cheated. Like, we know what it is when you're going into Kansas City. There's an agenda that's being pushed. They haven't had a dynasty since the Chiefs. Since the Patriots. The league makes money off of dynasties, right? Mm-hmm. This is the agenda that they're pushing. This is what it is. Mm-hmm. We outplayed them even with the penalties.
Bro, that's, you know, the 49-0 in history. Bro, that a team that's ever done that, we was not supposed to lose, bro.
Bro, we dominated them guys the whole game.
Man, you mean to tell me 49-0, bro, and we broke that record? So now it's 49-1, and guess who that one is? Houston Texans.
It's about everybody that played that weekend. It was the same results for everybody across the board. Everybody that lost, outplayed the other team.
Damn.
Yeah. We just happened to be the first one.
This some what's the name shit going on? Some prize picks, man. Fuck prize picks, bro. No.
Look, I see we at that goddamn the hour already, but I'm gonna say this though. The biggest thing we need going back to the draft, I think everybody missing it. Mm-hmm. Whether you get it in the draft or you get it in free agency or however you're gonna get it, but you need a linebacker that can cover. Period.
Yep, that's what we have to get a linebacker in the draft, right? Remember I wanted Edgerrin and that boy Edgerrin Cooper. He actually turned out to be a pretty good player too.
Yeah, they use him right over there, but you need a linebacker that can cover.
No, he's not a coverage dude at all, but he's not.
He's the edge.
But he played that motherfucking run like a beast, though.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's great to play. Look, we played the run great. We played the run great most of the year, a third of the year. The cornerbacks, the receivers were non-existent for the whole game. Only Travis Kelce killed us. What that tell you?
But what did the linebackers do in the Chargers game that they didn't do in the Chiefs game?
Bro, you playing against two different people. You were getting pressure. Herbert is very oblivious when it comes to pressure in the pocket. He
Mhm.
walks into sacks.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, they were playing lights out that game, but this game here, like
you playing a guy that's
what do
when
you
it
do
comes playoff
against
time, you flip the switch versus a guy that I'm in the playoffs. Oh shit, I'm
bro?
here.
What do you do against Patrick Mahomes when you do everything to rattle this dude, slap him
You're not
across his
rattling,
chest?
bro.
No, bro, I'm talking about on that play where they tripped him, they slapped him across his chest and tripped him, and bro still threw a touchdown horizontal like Superman.
Yeah, like that's just Patrick Mahomes shit, bro.
That shit that just pissed me off, bro. Like I'm like, now that the refs ain't got shit to do with that. That was just a good fucking play, bro. That was just a good fucking
quarters
play.
1 through 3, refs. The fourth quarter, we just got our ass kicked.
Yep. That was Andy Reid Andy Reid and Mahomes and Kelsey, because for Kelsey to keep moving across, which I'm pretty sure they do it all the fucking time, but the way he moved across on Aziz, which made Aziz lose his footing by the time the ball was thrown, because you could tell Aziz was expecting Kelsey to stay behind him. He thought he was right there, but Kelsey just moved right, just ran right behind him, and the ball went that way, and bro just ankles just I don't know, like his ankles broke or something. They got a bad picture of my boy too online, and somebody say this couldn't happen to a better player, and they actually tagged him in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 comments. I hear Ipper trying to read the comments because I thought it was gonna be him in the comments. I was gonna bag him up. Pause, but they say that Nico illegal contact was the one that hurt us the most. Nico had to come off the field after every other play. Yeah, like they straight up hit him in the ribs on some cheating shit, and they didn't call that, bro. And it's
Now, and let me ask
what
you
do
that now.
What do we do next year though? If we get in this situation again, do you think now that they say, okay, now that we done let them boys break the record, we ain't gonna let them go 4 years in a row, so now they gonna call it fair? Like what? Like that's the point I'm trying to make when I was talking about the conspiracy shit. Like if they calling a bad game, how do we prevent that? That's the question. How do we prevent refs that's like, hey, I'm 6-0 with every game I done called with Patrick Mahomes, and you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, what do we
me
do next
personally,
year? Because I feel like that's what D'Amico said too in that in the press conference. He was like, he understand that we were playing against we were up against everybody, but he also said it was different things that could have been done to prevent that.
yeah, and
I
people
don't know
tried to
what he
gloss
meant
over
by
that. Yeah, well, people tried to gloss over that. They tried to say that the Texans was, crying. But there were several videos that come out, like when Josh Allen had beat Kansas City, and him and Patrick Mahomes at midfield. And instead of him saying, "Hey man, congratulations, whatever, moving on," Patrick Mahomes like, "That's the worst fucking call I ever seen in my life, man. That's the worst play."
Yeah.
So
And your
like,
ball
if
was
when
really
everybody
lined up in the wrong area. It just was what it was.
exactly. So look, man, we know what it is. Like we have to correct what we need to correct. Offense, defense. We need to cut back on our penalties on both sides of the ball. And we just have to correct what we need to do. Like we played enough. Like if you go back and look at that box score, bro, we outplayed them on the offense and the defensive side.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot of people are going to look at the 8 sacks, but look when Spagnuolo said, "Look, if they're not going to adjust," and it was the fourth quarter when a lot of those sacks came about too. It was like, okay, if they're not going to adjust, and Bobby Slowick or CJ is not going to dump down, I'm gonna keep blitzing and blitzing and blitzing.
Yep.
So I mean, those things, like when people say, "Oh, they lost because it was the 8 sacks." Okay, go look through quarter 1, 2, 3. Those like the Texans line, they was blocking their ass off. I mean, they had a few mishaps,
Chris
but
Jones was non-existent.
yes, they kept moving him around. Man, they put Chris Jones on Titus Howard's side to say, "Oh no, forget that. Let's put him on our side." They just totally went away from that. But when they had Kenyon Green there, shit, they kept Chris Jones there because that was the weak spot. Chris Jones wasn't gonna do anything against Titus. And I think that on the game we played them earlier, Titus was like he was having his own. So
Can we
look, man,
say?
we just got to
Can
go
we
ahead.
agree that Titus is a better guard than tackle for us?
For us, what we seen, yes. I mean, he already got his money, so I wouldn't
Going
really.
into next season, as we know, as we should expect, we're going to have a new OC, O-line coach, and all that other shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new regime where offensive staff, do they keep him at guard?
I mean, because you seen Fisher play in a playoff game, and you see him play at the end of the year. So the projection for Fisher is, hey man, hopefully you can make that second step. Hopefully the game can slow down for you, and we're gonna pencil you in over there. So this is the film. This is what we need you to work on. This is how much weight you need to gain or lose. This is what we need you to work on, strength and conditioning wise. So when you come back here in April and May, let's go ahead and we're gonna see if you're ready for that position.
You want to know
And then
something
if
too?
they do that, go ahead.
I think it's another thing. I hope CJ. I heard him talking about Rogers earlier. I mean, not Rogers, Daniels, and he was saying how good his rookie season it's been, and he thinks that he's the best. He actually said, I think he didn't had the best rookie season in NFL history, and he talked about how they good friends and everything. But I heard something about Daniel, something that he done in the offseason, something that he actually implemented.
Oh yeah, the VR.
Watching for him to do the VR thing. And and bro, when they say that the way that VR shit, because I got a fucking Oculus, but they say the VR, he was playing it like at 1.75 speed. So that's almost 2 times the speed of what the regular game would be. So if he's doing that, bro, and so that would naturally slow the game down in real life to him. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is this: CJ need to holler at his boy, find out whatever that VR shit is that he got, and he need to implement that shit too, because that seems like that's some kind of fucking like that's something that can crack this shit wide open for these young guys. You know what I'm saying?
It's a game changer.
Yeah, because think about that, bro. Like you practicing inside of the VR, but everything's moving 1.75 faster. That's crazy, bro. That naturally is gonna make the game just slow down to you a little bit. And yeah, we need CJ on that, because CJ be holding that ball, bro, like it's no tomorrow. Is it anything that y'all want to bring before we get ready to close out?
We need a linebacker that can cover.
Mm-hmm.
We need receivers that's consistent.
So Fred Warner, we trading for him?
No, you don't trade for Fred Warner because they're gonna want too much for Fred Warner. However, if I have to steal some guys from that defense, I would like to have Ward. But you bring in Ward, the cornerback, you bring him in, you have to move around either Petrie or Lassiter, and I don't want to move either one of those. So I'll leave
You don't want to move neither one of them. We need a safety, so we need
that's
that linebacker
my
that you
next
speak
pick.
on.
That's my next pick, though. From that team. He's going to be a free agent too. I
can't
pronounce his last name.
Funga.
I call him Mufasa. Okay,
yeah,
that's what I call him.
That's what we call him then.
But he reminds me of Palomalu. He like the great value Palomalu where he plays. I feel like in his defense, the way D'Amico dials up things, barring we bring back the defensive line, the tackles.
Toe fungus.
Hey, Mufasa. You bring those guys back and you add a safety, bro, and he's gonna come at a not expensive price tag. But you do that, and I mean, if you don't, you still go get Starks from Georgia. That's just my personal opinion. Then everybody else you draft, get them from Michigan. Go Blue.
There you go, right there. You got anything you want to bring, Killer?
Oh man, if you can draft a safety to replace Jimmy Ward, or if you could get somebody draft stocks from a UGA. Yeah, if you can replace Jimmy Ward, bring back Petrie. Your secondary is then all you have to do is work on the depth and everything. Um, Now I don't know how popular this will be, but I was just curious. I looked up the free agent safety Simmons who signed with Atlanta for 7.5.
Oh
Next
yeah,
year
he only signed for 1 year too.
Yeah.
he'll be 32 years old. So that's and then I looked at how many games he played. And
Don't
so
touch
he haven't missed a lot of games due to injury. He's an
but you
older
don't
guy,
touch
so
it.
you
You know.
huh?
I
Don't
wouldn't
touch
touch
him.
it. Mm-mm.
But I'm just saying that that's an option if you because your secondary is already young, and that will be the veteran guy that you have. I don't know if he know
I
the
mean,
scheme like that, but
even if you got 75% of Simmons with who we got on the field, bro, like no, like Bullock's gonna get better, Lassiter's gonna get better. You got Stingley over there, bro, and you got Petrie. All you need is somebody. You just need somebody better than Eric Murray. Eric
yeah,
Murray
I mean,
ain't
so
bad.
yeah,
Murray ain't bad, but you just need somebody just better than Murray to make the defense all the way elite. Because we were elite with Murray out there. So just imagine we put somebody else out there that can actually hold down. Can y'all imagine? And I know y'all hate when I bring this up, but man, boy, I still think about it. We would have had Hamilton. Hamilton out there with this squad would have been fucking bonkers, bro.
I don't know. I can't say.
I don't know. All he would have had to do is be better than Eric Murray, bro. That's all I'm telling you. Look,
I can go out there and do
this
that.
is the criteria for the safety position for next year. Are you better than Eric Murray? If you better, hey, we signing you, brother. We signing you, no problem.
yeah. Can you
But
play more?
other than that,
Can you play more? Can you play more games than Jimmy Ward?
That's easy too.
Exactly. And you stay healthy and play more games than Jimmy
Hey,
Ward.
I think you can put AD back there as safety, bro, and he'll produce more than Eric Murray, bro.
You say who?
AD.
Oh shit! I thought you said AB. Antonio Brown.
Nah, put AD back there as safety, bro. He'll make it work.
Nah, that boy gonna be like, who was that when what's the name caught that ball from the Ravens, Jacoby? Who was that safety? We ended up getting him too. I hated that. Remember the safety that got burnt on that play? He got lost in space way back there. Remember when Joe Flacco threw that last ditch effort to Jacoby Jones for them to go to the Super Bowl? Y'all don't remember that? Remember they were playing Denver, and it was some player on Denver that was bagging up that we ended up bringing on our team, and he played safety for us, and he was horrible. Nah, it wasn't more. It wasn't more. Was it more, bro? You might be right. You might be right. I don't know. But you don't. I'm looking at Cal. Cal, like, no, you don't remember Cal?
I remember, man.
Bro, it was the year that
we got from
Jacoby. And now I know that you used to watch the games because he used to sting, man. Anytime I saw Jacoby make a good play, so I remember all of them Ravens games. And it was this one game where at the end of the game, this nigga Flacco just threw a fucking 60-yard, 70-yard pass, and Jacoby caught it. But it was the safety that he looked like he was in position like a motherfucker. That bitch went right over his. He barely.
That's Raheem.
Oh, that's what you're right. Raheem Moore brought him here, and bro was terrible. Bro was terrible, man. Yeah. I'm talking about bro was. I hated that dude, bro. I was like, why did we get him? He ain't gonna do nothing but get burnt again.
He was better than Eugene Wilson.
Man, don't talk bad about Eugene now. Don't you say nothing bad about Miss.
It's always some dude named Eugene that just ain't worth a damn. But
no, Eugene was. I like the Eugene Wilson though because he came from the Patriots. He had a few nice some picks for us too though. He did, but he wasn't all of that. You're right. He was good for about a year. Up under your boy, who was the Romeo under Cornell. But other than that, though, y'all, man, we had 286 people in here with us tonight, man. Let us give y'all an applause. We really appreciate that. Man, I really wish y'all that we could have still been in these playoffs, but I think in our heart of all hearts, we kind of knew, hindsight 2020. we would have been surprised. Like I really honestly believe as soon as they put Shaq Mason back in that lineup that it was a wrap, and a little incompetence went out the window, because I'm like, why would you do that? Like, if you had the whole league and everybody talking about, hey, the Texans got a new offensive line, and they did, pretty fair. They did a fair job against the Chargers. Why would you going against the Super Bowl champion and say, you know what? I'm gonna put Shaq.
Let's try this.
I'm gonna put Shaq out there. Why? Because he's been in the Super Bowl multiple times.
So,
okay. All right. He know what it takes. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. You seen what happened, y'all. So where we at is right here.
Yeah.
And
we have cake baked.
Up until we here off season, y'all, because y'all already know we got
draft guard activated.
My boy really turns up during the draft. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he be tripping me out, bro, because he be like he tied in like Adam Schefter and shit. He be knowing shit all before I know it, and all kinds of stuff. That's why we call him that, for real. So y'all stay tuned.
To hire me, bro. Like,
y'all stay tuned.
I'm on the streets.
Y'all
I'm on the streets.
Hey, for real, man. Y'all stay tuned in. To the show during the off season, man. We gonna let y'all know how the schedule gonna be going. As of right now, we gonna keep the same schedule. So we'll see y'all Friday and Tuesdays. And you know what I'm saying, if we ever have anything special or a special guest to come in on a certain day, we'll let y'all know that. But other than that though, man, we will, like I say, we're gonna let y'all know what's going on all the off season stupid stuff that might go on. So far, Strausser, whatever his name is, the offensive line coach is out of there, but we may be hiring from inside. So we'll see.
We better not.
We'll know by Friday. I guarantee you that.
Hey, Dr. Payton, man, whenever you want to come on the show, man, let's set it up.
Well, Brandon say Senior Bowl. Yes, we definitely got to go about the Senior Bowl, because that's real soon. And a lot of good players, they turn out.
Senior Bowl and the Eastern the Shrine game.
Yeah,
Eastern Shrine. Yeah,
that's the game right there, boy. Ooh.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Doctor say we need to find some cornerbacks. I truly don't think we need cornerbacks, bro.
I doubt that. We good at corner. Even with the depth.
You always take one. Always take one.
I like Ross, and even if we keep Okudah. Did we sign Okudah 2 years or one?
Nah, you want here free agent as well.
Oh, okay. We'll find somebody else good enough. Look,
importantly,
there you go right there. Are you better than Okudah? Come on. That's all we need to be is better than Okudah.
Hold on real quick, bro. Let me say this about Okudah, bro. After he was getting his ass burnt and they put him back on special teams, he ran so hard down the field to do nothing.
Oh, yeah. Bro was trying to show his speed to somebody. Look, if
the play be over, he be out there just run back to the sideline. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, for real, AD. You know we gonna be locking in with you, bro. We definitely. You say on the draft collab? Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Especially on the draft night. On the draft night, that should be so fun, bro. Like we do.
Well, even leading up to the draft, because there's a lot that I want to.
Oh, yeah, we do a lot. Yeah,
like
we be showing, we show clips of players. We go, because I'm talking about, and I know, you know what I'm saying, Killer Cal is just coming to the show, so I'm pretty sure you be locked in on that draft too. So I'm just gonna follow y'all lead, man. And hey, we're gonna have some fun like we always do, y'all. And we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. As a matter of fact, we turn that what's the name back on. Let me give y'all a hand once again. Tuning in to the Texans on 3 podcast show with your host Frank Mitty, Patton, and Killer Cal. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, like again. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, to come here. This is one of the best places that you're gonna get some Texas news. We try to find out things real early before a lot of people. You know, Patton, and I definitely want to, before we get up out of here, I want to appreciate live game. When we would do the live game commentary, you would chime in on the halftime game and shit. This shit was real nice, bro. It was real informative and the stuff that we was learning while you were right there at the game. So it's our first time tuning in, man. We really do this thing. And we dedicate. We ain't going nowhere. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the Texans on 3, and we up out of here.